Namaste, my friends, and welcome. My name is Abigail Redman, and this is a yoga practice that was specifically requested by one of my students. It's a really nice, all-around balanced practice to help you build strength and some mobility in your bodies. So I have a few props here that I'll be using. You can get away without them, but if you have them, a yoga bolster or something like it, a blanket, a yoga strap, and a yoga block. And I also have a wall nearby which I'll be using, so you can keep that in mind, and of course, my yoga mat. We're going to start standing, so come onto your mat, and you can clear it off of any other props at the moment. Stand with your feet hip distance apart, so you have a really nice, stable stance. And we'll start in mountain pose with our arms by our sides. Turn your palms forward. That little bit of rotation in your arms can help with feeling broad across the chest. Drop your shoulder blades down. Take a moment and start to feel your legs engage. On your next in-breath, take a deep breath in and lift and spread your toes. And on your next out-breath, relax your toes, set them down. Drop your shoulders again. Start to hug your belly back a little bit more. And inhale, lift and spread your toes. Feel your leg muscles start to fire up. Exhale, relax your toes. Do that one more time. Inhale, lift and spread your toes. And relax your toes. Try to keep this long posture, and inhale. Take your arms out and up. Lift your gaze up if you can comfortably. Exhale, turn your palms out. Bring your hands down, tuck your chin into your chest, hands to your heart. Inhale, both arms out and up, stand up tall, hug your belly back. Exhale, arms come down, hands to your heart, chin tucks in a little bit. Inhale, stretch out and up. Exhale, arms out and down, hands to your heart. Two more like that. Inhale, try to maintain your mountain pose posture, standing up tall, using the muscles of your legs and your belly. Help your spine get longer. One more. Inhale. Good. And exhale. Good. Now, step your feet out wide. Not as wide as you can possibly go, about 3 feet, 3.5 feet. Turn your toes out and your heels in, about 30 degrees to 45 degrees. All right, stretch your arms straight forward. We're going to do a pose called horse stance, sometimes called goddess. Take a deep breath in. Make fists, bend your elbows like you're doing a row. Pull your fists back, open your chest, and then bend your knees and sink down. And take a look and make sure your knees and toes are in line with each other. So adjust your feet if you need to. Inhale, stand up, straight legs, reach your arms forward. Exhale, pull down, keep your chest open, and as you squat, hug your belly back and lift your pelvic floor. Inhale, reach your arms forward, straighten your legs. Exhale, sink down, pull back. Inhale, forward. And exhale. Good, inhale. You don't want to feel any knee strain, so adjust your squat position so that your knees feel stable and comfortable. Exhale, we'll do one more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Good, drop your hands to your thighs and parallel your feet. Inhale, take your right arm up by your right ear. Stand up as tall as you can, hug your belly, and exhale, slide your left hand down your left thigh and side stretch. As you inhale, bend both elbows to transition to taking your left arm up, right arm down. Exhale, slide into your side stretch. So side to side with your breath, try to keep your spine as long and lifted as you can, even as you side bend. Take your time, you can move with your own breath, side to side. Keep going a couple of rounds, side bending to the right, to the left. Keep your breath really slow and deep. Got one more round like that. Good. And now step your feet together, back to about hip distance apart, let's say. Hands to your hips. We're going to do a standing camel here. So engage your leg muscles, start to hug your belly in a little bit, squeeze your upper back, shoulder blades together, and then lean back a little bit, puff your chest up. Inhale, keep your elbows hugging in, exhale, back to a neutral spine. Stay. Inhale, curl up, and exhale, back to neutral. Keep going with your breath. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more like that. Inhale. And exhale. And 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Relax your arms, give them a little swing front to back, and let them cross a little bit in front and behind. Good. And now step yourself to a wall. We're going to do a plank at the wall. So you're going to take your hands shoulder height and step your feet back. And we're going to do a 3-stage plank. So take a deep breath in. The first thing you want to do is spread your shoulder blades completely apart. So protract your shoulder blades. Keep that, and as you inhale, lengthen your spine, lift your rib cage. So realign your posture without losing the spread of your shoulder blades. And then exhale, hug your belly in just a little bit more. Relax as you inhale. Push away as you exhale, spread your shoulder blades apart. Then lift your ribs, lengthen your spine as you inhale. And hug your belly back as you exhale. Do that again. Relax into the wall, inhale. Push away, spread your shoulder blades apart, exhale. And lift your ribs and lengthen your spine, inhale. And hug your belly back a little bit more, exhale. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, relax a little, bend your elbows, lean into the wall. Push away as you exhale. Spread your shoulder blades apart. Keep that, inhale. Lift your ribs, lengthen your spine. And exhale, hug your belly back. Good. Step your right foot close to the wall. We're going to do a warrior 1 here at the wall. So bend your right knee and step your left foot back until you feel like you're starting to get a calf stretch. We're going to get some stretch in the back of your lower leg. And stay here for a moment and push the wall away. And if you're not getting a big enough stretch, you take that left foot back farther in space. And if you're getting too much of a stretch or your heel won't touch the ground, step closer to the wall. Now, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, come to your fingertips and start to pull your chest away from the wall. Keep bending your right knee, straightening your left leg. If you feel stable, we're going to take the left arm up first, lift your rib cage, hug your belly in, and then maybe that right arm comes up. You can keep looking at the wall or look up toward the ceiling. Arms can stay wide, they can come narrow. You can even take your hands together, interlace your fingers, and point up through your index finger. Keep lunging into that right knee, stretching back through the left heel, lifting your ribs, lengthening your spine, and hugging your belly in a little bit. Take 2 more slow, deep breaths. 1 more. Good. Slowly take your hands back to the wall. Step your right foot back, and we're going to take a down dog at the wall. So you want to roughly stack your hips over your heels. You might need to put a bend in your knees. You might be more comfortable doing this with straight legs. Hands and shoulders about in line with your hips. Could be a little higher for your body, but not lower. And what you want to feel is a tractioning of your spine, growing your spine longer. So push the wall away. You want to feel your pelvis tip forward enough. You may start to feel a hamstring stretch, back of the legs. Okay, but then engage your core a little bit. Belly in and front ribs in. Look straight down at the floor. And breathe. And adjust your feet if you need to as you start to feel like you're stretching out your spine a little longer. Nice, slow, deep breaths. What you don't want to feel here is that you're rounding your back. So as flat a back as you can muster. Let's take 2 more breaths like that. 1 more. Good. Lift your head and chest, and then step into the wall. Find your balance and step your left foot close to the wall and your right foot back for our first stage of Warrior 1, which is a calf stretch. So bend your left knee, straighten your right leg. Start by pushing the wall away and start to bring your attention to your breath. Nice, slow, deep breaths in and out through your nose. And you may adjust your stance as you go to keep working that calf stretch. But now we'll progress here. So take a big breath in, come to your fingertips. Exhale, start to pull your chest away from the wall. Keep lunging into the left knee. If you feel stable, right arm up first. That might be where you stay, or both arms come up, palms face. You can go wide or narrow or interlace and point up through your index fingers, so you decide. Belly back, keep lunging into the left knee. You might lift your gaze and look up if that affects your balance. Keep looking straight forward or even down a little bit. Now keep breathing. Use your abdominal muscles to help support your low back. Lengthen your spine as much as you can. Take 2 more deep breaths. And 1. Good. And hands to the wall. 1 more down dog at the wall. Step your feet back. Take your hands and shoulders about hip distance, hips roughly over your heels. Look down, align your ears between your upper arms. Push the wall away. Try to broaden your shoulder blades apart a little bit. Reach your hips back. Make sure you feel like your pelvis is tilted enough that your low back is as neutral as it can be for your body. Hug your front ribs in a little bit so you're not sagging your core toward the floor. Press your thighs back in space. And 2 more deep breaths. Good, 1 more. Lift your head and chest up, walk it in toward the wall, and give yourself a little break. Give your arms a swing. Good. All right, we're going to use the wall for a couple more things. Okay, the first thing is some hamstring curls. We've done some good stretching of the hamstrings. Now we're going to contract them a little bit to build a little bit of strength. So use the wall as you need to. If you want to work on balance today, maybe you have your hands close to the wall or off the wall completely. Okay, so you decide. We're going to shift our weight into our left foot. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bend your right knee, curl your heel up towards your butt, and inhale, lower it back down. So maybe, look mom, no hands. Keep going with your breath, curl up on your exhalations. Maybe hands to hips as you go, and think about your posture. Keep breathing deeply. Got 3 more on this side. Good. Change sides, big breath in, hands might be on the wall, exhale, curl up, heel to butt, lower down. And then see if maybe you can have a loose grip on the wall, or maybe you switch your hands to your hips. Keep going with your breath, curling up on your exhalations. We've got last 3 here. Good, and 1. Good. Now step away from the wall for a moment and step your feet out wide, feet parallel. Okay, we're going to do a deeper hamstring stretch than we did with our down dog at the wall. So hands to hips, squeeze your upper back. This one comes with a little core component. Take a deep breath in. It's a wide-legged forward fold. Tighten your ribs in, but keep your chest open and start to hinge forward from your hips. Stop when you begin to feel a hamstring stretch. You may need to bend your knees to put some slack on your hammies or your low back. This first stage, you want to stay as parallel to the floor as you can with your spine. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades together. Look straight down and draw your throat back like you're trying to get a double chin. Hug your ribs in and hug your belly in. And then power up your thighs and press your thighs back in space to tilt your pelvis forward. Got another deep breath like this. Good, and then hands to the mat, and if it feels comfortable to fold all the way in, go ahead and fold all the way in. If it feels better to your body to stay up with a flat back and a bend in your knees and go easy into the hamstring, that's great too. A couple more deep breaths here. You find the right hamstring stretch for your body. Now come back to a flat back if you're not there. Inhale. Hands to hips. We're going to come up the way we went down. Squeeze your upper back. Hug your ribs in. Big breath in. And we'll come on up. Exhale. And heel toe or step your feet in. Give your legs a little shake. Step close to the wall if you need to. And we'll do one more standing pose here. It's just a simple quad stretch. Okay? So we're going to stand on our right foot first and pick our left foot up. Hold on to that left foot or ankle. So you can turn to face the wall if you need to. And from there, hug your belly in, and maybe you need the wall. If you can't reach your foot with your hand, reach for your strap, and send your strap around your ankle, reach back, and hold on to your strap instead. Okay? So find your way into that quad stretch. And gently, but firmly squeeze your heel in until you get a good stretch for your body. Lengthen your thigh bone, kneecap toward the floor, and then squeeze your belly back a little bit. Keep your chest gently lifted. Two more slow, deep breaths here. So gently let that go. And move your legs around a little bit if you need to. Give yourself a moment before you come into the second side. Hold the wall as needed. Use a strap as needed. If you need to loop that strap over your right foot or ankle, go ahead. If you can pick up and hold on, fine. The wall is there for you, so use it or see how your balance is. If you're working your balance, you want to feel like you're hugging your left hip in and standing up as tall as you can so you're not sagging down into your hip joints. Use your core, and heel comes in enough for you to feel a stretch. Stretch your kneecap down toward the floor. Imagine your right thigh bone growing a little bit longer here. And pay attention to your posture and to your breath. Almost there now. I got two more slow, deep breaths. Good. And slowly let that go. And move your legs around a little bit. And we're going to find our way down onto our mat now. So if you need padding under your knees, open up a blanket underneath your knees. If not, you're right on your mat. And we're going to come into a tabletop position, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. So our next move is a simple cat-cow. It starts with cow. Drop your belly, lift your chest and sit bones as you inhale. Exhale, tuck your tail, round your upper back, bow your head in as you exhale. Go back and forth gently with your breath. Do one more like that. Inhale and exhale. Good. Come to a neutral spine and see how child's pose feels. Might just be a little bit of a lean of your hips back towards your heels and bow your head down. You might be able to sit all the way back and put your head down on the mat. So wherever you end up, you don't want to feel any knee strain at all, no hip strain or back strain. Settle in and take a few deep breaths. We'll find our way back up onto hands and knees. Now we're going to come into a bird dog or diagonal pose. So take a deep breath in. This is great for your core and your balance. As you exhale, take your right leg back, lift it up. Take your left arm forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower back down. Then your left leg goes back and lifts up behind you. Right arm forward. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower down. We'll go side to side. Right leg and left arm. Inhale. And back down. Left leg and right arm, inhale. And back down. And keep on going. Almost there now. One more round, side to side. Good. And from there, have a seat. We're going to take our legs out wide, as wide as you can. If something about this position is bothersome to your legs, feel free to bend one knee in. Maybe work from crossed legs. If you can take both legs out wide, notice for yourself if you have an upright spine with a natural low back curve. So if you're hunching your back, good idea to sit up on a blanket or even a bolster, give yourself some height. Okay. Now, if you're pretty tight in your inner thighs or hamstrings, lean back a little bit, fingertips behind you, and look for a long spine and a stretch in your inner thighs. If you're a little bit more open, you'll need to start to lean forward a little to find that stretch. And we're going to do a gentle little sway side to side. So take a big breath in and exhale, sway a little to the right. Your spine sways, and then to the left. You'll feel that stretch deepen, right side to left side. If you're tighter in your back muscles, you might feel more of a back stretch here than a inner thigh or hamstring stretch. And just observe, breathe. You might be leaning in a little deeper each time you exhale. Take one more slow, deep breath here. And walk yourself back up. We're going to take a simple spinal twist to the right. So left hand in front of you, right hand behind. Sit up as tall as you can, drop your shoulders, and turn your chin gently back towards your right shoulder. Now take another deep breath in. As you exhale, we're going to turn this into a forward fold over the right leg. So start to walk your hands down, one hand outside the leg, one hand inside, and see how that goes. It might just be a little bit of a lean. If you're getting a little deeper, you might consider crossing your left hand to the outside of the right leg and pulling against it a little to help yourself twist toward your right knee. And bow your head down. Take slow, deep breaths. It's not about how deep you get into the pose. It's about how much you can relax and let go of while you're here. And one more deep breath here. And walk yourself up and turn and twist to the left. We start with an upright twist. Drop your shoulders, try to stack your spine, and turn your chin gently back to the left shoulder, and breathe there. On your next in-breath, to get ready to fold, exhale, start to walk your hands down, one inside the leg, one outside. Maybe cross your right hand to the outside of the left leg and pull a little bit and help your ribs turn toward that left leg. But either way, see where you find some deeper stretch. Might be for your leg, could be again for your back or your shoulder. Bow your head in gently and bring your attention back to your breath. One more deep breath there. Good. Now walk yourself up. We're going to take a brief little interlude. Bend your knees and bring them in. You can bring them in narrow or wide. See what feels best for your body. We're going to try a boat pose here. Okay. So reach your arms forward. Try to sit up as tall as you can. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lean back a little bit. Try to hug in all the way around your waist. Keep your chest lifted and maybe lift your feet. Might just be for a little hot second. Put them down. If you can easily lift your feet, you might lift them higher, but try not to round your back. So let's just try a little lift and lower of the heels, trying to maintain the lift of your spine without slumping, and then maintain that core connection. Your hip flexors will be working, your belly will be working. Let's try two more. Lift and lower, and lift, and lower. Take your legs out wide one more time. Take your right hand inside the right leg, back of the hand touches the inner leg. Push against it and gently turn your chest to the left. Take your left arm up, inhale, and a little side stretch. Could be just a little bit of a lean. You might slide your whole forearm down inside the leg if you're getting deeper. Okay, keep gently pushing out against the inner leg to help you rotate your chest a little bit to the left. And then side stretch and release your whole left side waist, left side ribs, left outer armpit. Two more nice slow deep breaths here. Come on up. Bend both elbows and just take an easy peasy swingy kind of twist of your ribs side to side, your upper back. Good. And then take your left hand inside your left leg. Push against, back of the hand pushes against the inner leg. Turn your chest to the right. Right arm up, inhale. And then a little bit of a lean might do the trick. Find a side stretch. Or might go a little deeper, forearm inside the thigh. Try not to lose the length and lift of your spine or that little bit of rotation, chest toward the right. Bring that right arm as close to your right ear as it feels comfortable. And stretch out your right side body. Two more deep breaths. Good, and come on up. All right, bend both knees, bring them in. We're gonna come onto our bellies. All right, so roll on over, come on down, and we're coming into Sphinx pose. So come onto your forearms and interlace your fingers. Point your toes back behind you and legs in line with hips. So little back bends. Start to push down into your forearms and lift your chest gently. Broaden your chest a little bit. Try to drag your elbows back a little in space without letting them move, so your side body grows longer. And then stretch the front of your spine, your deep belly. If you feel any compression in your low back, you want to start to contract your abdominal muscles enough to feel support for your low back. So push your pubic bones down and hug in a little bit. Take a few slow, deep breaths there. Good. Now separate your hands and make your forearms roughly parallel. We're going to add a little spinal twist here. So big breath in. I'm going to twist to the right, lower down, and look back a little bit. Inhale, come back up. Twist to the left, lower down a little bit. Inhale, back up. So let's go side to side. It's a nice middle spine release, rib cage release. And one more round, side to side, to the right and to the left. Good. And lower all the way down, and you make yourself a pillow, rest on your chin or forehead. We're going to do some single leg lifts. Okay? So take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, hug your belly in first, then lift your right leg up. Try to keep the leg as straight as you can. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift the left leg up, and lower down. So side to side, try to engage your deep belly as you lift the leg. Breathing slowly and deeply as you lift side to side. Got two more full rounds. So right side, And left side. And one more. Right side. And left side. Good. Bend both knees. Widen your knees a little bit and sway your feet side to side. A little windshield wiper move. It's a nice way to relax your pelvis and your low back after you work some strength. And now circle your feet around. Let's do 3 circles in one direction and 3 in the other. Good. Straighten your legs out. We got one more move here on our bellies. It's a little cobra pose. So take your palms flat back next to your rib cage so your elbows are bent. Exhale everything out, hug your belly, and push the tops of your feet down. Make your legs active. Inhale, curl up, lift your chest. Do this first round with just your back muscles. So you could hover your hands if you wanted, lower back down. And if that feels comfortable and you want to lift a little bit using the strength of your arms, great. If not, stay low. Keep your chest open, your shoulders rolling back. You got 2 more. Good. And the last one. Perfect. And from there, we're going to just roll right over onto our backs. So come on over. Now we're going to use a couple of props here. So have a strap and a block and possibly a blanket if you like a little pillow under your head as an option. So we'll have the strap to one side, the block to the other. And we're going to start with some pelvic tilts. So rest your hands on your belly. Bend your knees, and as you inhale, rock your pelvis forward until your low back gently arches. Exhale, relax first, then squeeze your belly down, lift your pelvic floor, and flatten your low back into the floor. Go back and forth with your breath. Inhale, arch. Exhale, flatten. Should feel gentle, not aggressive. One more round like that. Good. We'll come back to a neutral spine and grab your block. We're going to do a little bridging with the block. So take your block between your thighs, as close to your groin as is comfortable. Take your arms to your sides. Take a deep breath in. We're going to try to maintain a neutral low back curve now. So hug all the way around your waist, and on your next exhalation, squeeze your glutes, squeeze the block, and lift your hips up. And lower back down. Keep going with your breath. Lift up as you exhale. Lower down as you inhale. If you're lifting up high, you might assist by pushing into your upper arms and your shoulder blades to lift your chest a little toward your chin. Trying to keep squeezing that block each time you exhale. We've got 3 more rounds like that. Last one. Good. Take your block, set it to the side. Let your knees tilt wide, bring the soles of your feet together. Rest your hands on your belly for a moment and just relax and take a few slow, deep breaths in and out. Let your inner thighs stretch out a little bit. One more slow, deep breath there. Good. Now reach your hands to your outer thighs, draw your knees in, grab your strap. I'm going to put a loop in your strap that is about 2 thighs distance apart. So we need to sit up for a moment. We're going to put that strap on over our legs and adjust it so that when you push your knees out against the strap stays taut. Take it about mid-thigh, come on back down to your backs. So this is another version of bridge. This one's going to turn on our outer hip and thigh muscles. So push out against the strap, take a deep breath in. Again, neutral low back curve, and exhale, lift up. Engage your belly as you go up. Inhale, lower back down. So keep going with your breath. Push out against the strap as you lift. And once you come down, relax on the strap. About 3 more like that. And then the last one. Good. And let's take that strap off, set it to the side, and take your feet now with bent knees. Take your feet toward the outer edges of your mat. Take your arms out wide. Take a big breath in. Exhale, tilt your knees to the right. Inhale, back up. Knees to the left. And back up. Knees to the right. Turn your chin in the opposite direction, chin to the left. And then knees back up. And to the left, chin to the right. So keep going a few rounds. Good. We'll do one more. And now from here, grab your strap again. I'm going to swivel around just because I don't have a lot of room at the wall next to me here. If you are close to the wall, take your left side to the wall for this next round. So you're going to take your strap around the ball of your right foot, straighten your right leg up, and stretch your left leg out along your mat. I like to wind my hands around each end of the strap so I can just relax here a little bit. You want your shoulder blades on the ground, your arms long, and a comfortable stretch the back of your leg. Relax your left leg, relax your pelvis. Bring your attention to your breath. Nice slow, deep breaths here. If you need to put a bend in the right knee, feel free. If you can have a straight leg, great. We're going to add on just a few dynamic pulses here. So take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, just gently pull on the strap to draw your toes toward the wall behind you. Deepen the stretch just gently, and inhale, back it off a little bit. And exhale, deepen. And inhale, back off. We'll do a few more rounds there. Two more. Good, and one more. And now, externally rotate. Turn your toes out and your heel in. You're going to hold onto the strap with just your right hand, both hands if needed, but we're going to tilt that right leg open to the right. You might bend your right elbow and make kind of a little prop, a little stand to hold on. Looking for the stretch to now move into your inner thigh, inner hamstring a little bit. If it's possible for your body to take hold of the foot, you could take hold of the foot instead of using the strap, so that's up to you. Try to keep your left hip grounded, left thigh grounded as best you can. And then come back to your slow, deep breaths. We got one more breath there. Good. Bring your leg up. Now we're just going to tilt the right leg over to the left a little bit. It's probably not going to go too far. You want to keep your right hip down so we're not rolling all the way into a twist. We're just leaning the leg a little bit over to the left. Look for an outer hamstring, IT band, outer hip release. Settle in here for a few breaths. Try to relax your upper back, relax your head and your neck. Now we're going to do just a couple of those pulses. So take a big breath in, and as you exhale, just gently draw your toes back and maybe a little to the left. It depends on your body. And inhale back off a little bit. So you can try just back or just to the left or a little bit of both. And back it off a little. So try a tiny movement. I store a lot of tension here, so I'm not moving too far. Shouldn't feel like a strain, should feel like just a little bit of a nudge and backing off. It's not a fast movement, it's very slow. Got 2 more like that. Good. And take the strap off and kind of wiggle your legs around a little bit. Feel the difference on the 2 sides. And then we're going to change sides. So loop up the strap around your left foot. Here I am swiveling around just so I have more room to maneuver. Hold the strap in a way that's comfortable to you. You might, like I do, walk your hands up, one on each end of the strap, and wind your hands around a little bit. That's up to you. Right leg can be bent or straight. Relax your right leg. Try to find a neutral spine. And then settle in and breathe for a moment. To let the back of your pelvis feel really heavy. Now take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, just nudge a little bit to draw your toes back toward the wall behind you. And inhale, move out of that deeper stretch, foot forward. So exhale, move it back. Could be a tiny bit, could be a few inches. Inhale, back it off. So we'll keep going slowly like that. A dynamic way to coax your muscles to let go without strain. One more like that. Good. Now, hold on perhaps to the strap in just your left hand. You can see what feels right. Externally rotate your leg a little, toes and knee out to the left, and then tip open. And see where you end up. Could just be a little bit of the way out to the left, could be out far, and you get your elbow down to the ground. If it makes sense for you to hold your foot instead of the strap, could feel free. You want to try to stop your body as much as possible from rocking all the way over. So try to keep your right hip and thigh down the best you can. So find a good spot for your body and settle in and breathe. Use a little bit of your core strength to try to keep your hips centered. This one takes a little bit more effort, especially in your left arm or both your arms, your upper back and in your core, so stick with it. Just 2 or 3 more breaths. Let's bring that leg back up over the hip. And now we're going to lean it across a few inches to the right. Could be as little as 2 inches, as many as 5 or 6 inches. And see where you start to feel a deeper stretch that moves toward the outer hamstring. Hang out there for a moment and breathe. We're going to add some of those little pulses on. So big breath in, and you're going to just gently draw your toes back and maybe a little to the right. See what deepens the stretch very gently, and inhale, back it off. Exhale, back into the right perhaps, and inhale, back it off. So it could be less of a movement and just more of a little bit more tension. Or you might actually be moving your leg in space a little bit. 3 more like that, gentle and slow. And the last one. Good. All right, bend your knee, take the strap off, and wiggle your legs around. And we're going to find our way a little closer to the wall. So you're going to scooch up close enough to the wall to get your feet up to the wall. And we're going to do a reclined pigeon at the wall. So scooch on up. How close depends on how tight your outer hips are. So if you've got really tight outer hips, you might not scooch so close. We're going to scooch close enough so that when we cross our right ankle above our left knee, this reclined pigeon shape, we start to feel some stretch in the outer right hip. Now, if you come here and you don't have any stretch, you have some options. You can scooch closer. You could hold on to your left thigh instead and hug in. Or you could take your right hand or even a block to your right knee and push it forward a little bit. Okay? If you've got a stretch, just relaxed, then hang out and breathe. Okay? You can just take your arms into a comfortable position back on the floor and let the support of the wall do the work for you. Now we're going to try one more little move here to try to deepen our stretch and change the angle of it a little bit. So take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, tip your legs to the left a little bit. And if that deepens your stretch, you might have to walk your left foot over a little bit, but just hang out there with a little bit of a tip. If it doesn't deepen your stretch, you could consider shifting away from the wall and taking your legs all the way down to the floor. And if you get a little stretch with a little bit of a lean, great. Take that little bit of a lean and hang out there for a moment. Let's take 2 more slow, deep breaths there. Bring your legs up and uncross, stretch them up the wall, and kind of point and flex your feet a couple of times. And wiggle your toes. And then we'll come into our second side. So adjust yourself closer to the wall or farther away for this side. Left ankle over the right knee. Make any adjustments that you need to here to get comfortable. So you can hold on to your right thigh and deepen and hug in. You could push your left knee away with your left hand or a block, or you could just relax and take your arms to the floor. Now let's try that little bit of a lean to the right. If that gives you something deeper, you can hang out there. If not, you could take your legs all the way to the floor or to the right, but still in this shape roughly. So see what feels right to your body. Last 2 deep breaths here if you can. Good. Alright, and uncross. Stretch your legs up the wall for a moment and flap them around a little bit. Good. Bend your knees and either scooch back or roll away, and we're going to get settled in for our final relaxation. So I'm going to quickly turn my air conditioning off. There we go. And you can set up with whatever props you have available, but since I have a bolster here, I'm going to use a bolster behind my legs. You could use a pillow or a rolled up blanket or a couch cushion. If you've got something like that, stretch your legs over it. You might like a little pillow, a little blanket behind your head. You might like to cover up for relaxation, so you decide. I'm going to be able to get as comfortable as possible for our final relaxation here. Let's settle back in. And take your arms up by your ears, stretch your legs out. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. And then bring your arms by your sides, but out a little bit like a rag doll, palms up. And relax. And bring your attention to your breath. Start to observe your breath coming in through your nose, moving back out again. Feel your chest and your rib cage rising and falling. Feel your belly rising and falling. Feel the floor underneath you, holding you up. Try to let yourself relax back into that support. And a little at a time, feel your whole body relaxing. Feel your fingers and your toes relaxing. Your hands and your feet relaxing. Feel your arms and your legs relaxing. Feel your shoulders, your chest, your upper back relaxing. And feel your hips, your belly, and your low back relaxing. Feel your rib cage expanding when you inhale, relaxing and narrowing in from all sides around as you exhale. Feel your neck and your throat relaxing.
muscles of your face relaxing. Feel your whole body and your mind relaxing. And now begin to deepen your inhalations. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Breathe all the way in. And then sigh it out through your mouth. Begin to wake up your hands and feet. Move your fingers and toes. Move your wrists and ankles. Wake up your arms and legs by stretching out long. Arms overhead, take a deep breath in, stretch your legs out long. Sigh that breath out through your mouth again. Bring your arms down, bend your knees. And either roll to one side and press up, or find a different way up to sit. When you're ready, come on up to a comfortable seat. And inhale, stretch your arms out wide. Exhale, hands to your heart. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me today.